Section 1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Author, Feng Qingyang is the king. Introduction, source name, starting with the leader of Qingyun Sect, summoning the ancestor of the great emperor realm, alias, building the Qingyun immortal sect, starting with the arrival of the great emperor realm, tags, fantasy brain hole, fantasy, crossing, system, the worlds, empress, invincible, fiction, opening, oriental fantasy, face slapping, brainless and cool, soul crossing. Protagonist, Feng Qingyang. Introduction, Invincible. Sect. Recruiting disciples. Cool article. Summoning. No ink, just do it. This book is also known as Disciples Become Emperors. The master is invincible, fantasy. One sect has 10,000 emperors, my sect is 1 billion points stronger. Qingyun Sect is out, the road has to step back a little. What? How do you know that the dogs guarding the gate of my Qingyun Sect are all emperors? After Feng Qingyang became the head of the sect, he activated the system of the All Heavens Divine Sect, and summoned the ancestor of the great emperor realm at the beginning, and his life reached its peak from then on. Eldest disciple Shi Hao, Supreme Saint Body, born supreme. Arbitrary for eternity. Second disciple Lin Bai, Green Lotus Sword Body, sword energy spans 30,000 miles, known as Green Lotus Sword Fairy. Third disciple Hua Qingyu, Phoenix Holy Body, Sacred Phoenix, flying in the sky, known as Phoenix Queen, the head of a certain holy land. I beg you to let me be a menial disciple, a gatekeeper is fine, woo woo. The head of the imperial clan, gatekeeper. Don't you know that the gatekeepers of their sect are all emperors? You are not worthy. May I soar to the sky, become stronger and stronger, and never lose my ambition to reach the sky. The previous plot arrangement has been transitioned for a while, please don't enter if you don't like it. Writing is not easy, please be merciful. Chapter 1 The Lord of Qingyun, summoning the Emperor. The hare is flying in anger, leaning on the railing. The rain stops, raise your eyes, and roar to the sky. East Region, Lingzhou, Qingyun Mountains, Qingyun Sect, young man in white, with long flowing hair and a face full of grief and indignation, roared to the sky trying to vent his anger. I am Feng Qingyang, a time traveler. Should I bow down for a few bowls of rice? 3 days ago, he traveled here due to a strange encounter. He was very excited at first, a time traveler. Shouldn't he be able to beat the heavens? With the fairy queen by his side, etc., but reality gave him a loud slap. The reality is that he picked up a sect master token on the day of the time travel. After asking around, he found out that it was the sect master token of Qingyun Sect, and then he begged all the way here under the surprised eyes of that person, looking at the ruins of the palace. Feng Qingyang wanted to cry but had no tears. With a tattered dress and a bowl, he begged all the way to Qingyun Mountain. Where are the people? Where is my sect? Come out quickly, the sect master is here to bring you warmth. However, what responded to him was a bang. He looked into the distance, and just because he spoke a few decibels louder, a palace that had not collapsed completely collapsed. It made the sect, which was not rich to begin with, even worse. What should I do? What should I do? Damn it, the hemp rope breaks only when it is thin, and misfortune only finds the poor. Thinking of the plump auntie I met yesterday. Hey, young man, why are you begging when you are so handsome? If you have any difficulties, just come to me. He was ruthless and did it. Man is made of iron, and food is made of steel. If you don't eat for a meal, you will be hungry. Ding, congratulations on obtaining the master token and becoming the master of Qingyun Sect. The system of Zhutian Shenzong has been successfully activated. Just when Feng Qingyang was about to go down the mountain, a voice sounded in his mind. System. Is it you? Tongzi. Feng Qingyang said excitedly. Woo woo, if you come later, you won't see me. Host, don't get excited. The system may be late, but it will never be absent. Section 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding, congratulations to the host for using the summoning card successfully. Summoning. Ding, summoning is successful. Congratulations to the host for summoning the Emperor Qingyun Sect Ancestor Li Qingyun. Wow, golden legend. My little Prince O's luck is back again. The space in the distant sky was directly torn apart, followed by the majestic imperial power. If the realm was lower, it would be killed by this imperial power in an instant. Of course, Feng Qingyang was the one who summoned him, and any attack from the summoner was ineffective against him. In an instant, the strong men on the continent noticed it. This is the imperial power. Another emperor appeared. East, quick. The major forces were undercurrents, and they sent their clansmen to the east to make friends, to join, or even to be a dog. This is the appeal of the strongest emperor. The imperial power dissipated, and an old man with white hair and a childlike face stood in the void not far away and slowly opened his eyes. My Qingyun emperor is back again. Li Qingyun smiled, then he looked down. He felt that there was a great terror locking him in the dark, and his intuition told him that if he didn't listen to this man, he would die miserably. Could this man be above the great emperor? Li Qingyun didn't dare to think too much, and bowed his hands and said, Li Qingyun meets the sect master, thank you for resurrecting me. Well, you will stay in the sect in the future. The great emperor realm is barely enough. Feng Qingyang glanced at the emperor realm ancestor and said, he was instantly ambitious. This was just the beginning. Qingyun would have everything. Thank you, sect master, Qingyun. Qingyun Sect. Li Qingyun hurriedly checked the surrounding environment and geography. The more he looked, the more familiar it looked. Isn't this his Qingyun Sect? But how did it become so broken? Except for this mysterious and powerful sect master, it was just a ruin. What's wrong with Qingyun Sect? Feng Qingyang noticed the difference in this old man and asked. I dare not, to be honest with you. I, Li Qingyun, am the founder of Qingyun Sect. But now, it has become a ruin. Time is really the biggest killer. Even he himself fell in the long river of time, didn't he? What? Qingyun Sect Patriarch. Feng Qingyang didn't look closely at the system interface just now, and only saw that it was a powerful emperor. This time, it was really Qingyun Patriarch. I am the leader of Qingyun Sect now, so isn't this old man my ancestor? As far as he knows, Qingyun Sect was called Qingyun Emperor Sect tens of millions of years ago, and the founder was a powerful emperor. Later, after several wars, it declined and became a second-rate force. That's why passers-by looked at him with contempt and surprise. He didn't think so much, he just wanted to have a full meal. Chapter 2 Qingyun Patriarch. The situation is reversed. Don't mention it, sect master, that's all in the past. Now under your leadership, I believe that Qingyun Sect will be able to regain its former glory. No. Far beyond the past. On the road of cultivating immortals, the wise are respected. Although this mysterious sect master only exudes the aura of the void realm, but the great terror he sensed in his mind is not wrong. Sect master, I will withdraw first. If you have anything, just tell me at any time. After saying that, Li Qingyun's mind moved, then he disappeared without a trace. Only Feng Qingyang and this piece of ruins were left at the scene. Summon the great emperor realm ancestor at the beginning. And then Invincible. Forget it, forget it. I don't want to think about it. With the great emperor realm ancestor here, won't my Qingyun Sect take off directly? There are many forces on the Huanwu continent. The states are divided into 5 regions, each with 13 states. Among them, the central region is the strongest, with the emperor clan and many transcendent holy places and holy place masters, and there are many strong people. The strongest forces in the east region where he is are no more than the 5 holy places. It can be said that they are unscrupulous. Now all that is left is to rebuild the sect. Otherwise, if the emperor sect in this state is spread out, wouldn't it be a joke? Of course, they have to have the courage to say it. Just when Feng Qingyang was about to use the sect construction card, ding, how can you be the first sect in the world in the future without disciples? Publish a task to recruit a disciple. You will get a reward after completing the task. A disciple with decent talent and great perseverance has been detected. Please go to the sect as soon as possible. Feng Qingyang stopped the movement in his hand. The disciple is here. So awesome. Then I can only wait a while before using the construction card. At the same time, in the Qingyun Mountains, at the gate of the Qingyun Sect, 5 monks in black were fleeing at high speed. They looked back in horror from time to time. They saw a blood-stained young man following closely behind them not far away. He had sharp eyes, tightly grasped the sword in his hand, and his majestic momentum shook the world. Fuck! How can his vitality be so tenacious? The Supreme Saint body was deprived. He was stabbed with 108 swords, but he was still so vigorous. Damn it! How many cards did the Ancestor give him? Help! The 5 men in black fled frantically in panic, shouting for help. Still want to escape? Humph! Behind the men in black, the blood-stained young man snorted coldly. The violent aura rose to the sky again. In an instant, he rushed in front of the 5 men in black and looked at them coldly. The wounds on the young man's body were bleeding, however. He turned a deaf ear to them, as if these minor injuries had no effect on him at all. He said calmly, "Keep running. Aren't you very good at running?" The men in black stopped immediately and looked at the crazy young man in front of them with trembling. "Young master, spare my life. We are also following orders. We deserve to die. We deserve to die." The 5 men in black did not dare to delay and kowtow to admit their mistakes. "It's over. It's all over. I'm afraid no one will come to save them in this deep mountain forest, damn it. Why did they provoke this evil star? Unfortunately, orders cannot be disobeyed, and they have no regrets." Shi Hao, Early Qi Refining. Section 3. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Talent, Supreme Holy Body, deprived, born supreme. A disciple of the Shi family. The Shi family is the top force in Huangzhou. God has favored 2 extremely beautiful physiques, the Supreme Holy Body and the Chaos Eye. He was deceived by his uncle and cousin a few days ago and deprived of the Holy Body. Yes, the first disciple was born supreme. Although the Supreme Holy Body was deprived, it can still be repaired. With a little training, it will be Dongchang. Oh, no, Qingyun Sect's noodles. But, what is going on? You were deprived of your holy body and instead of being hunted, you were hunted instead? In the distance, Feng Qingyang looked at this scene in confusion. Doesn't he need to take unnecessary action? This routine is wrong. He wondered. Other side, the blood-stained demon-sealed young man looked at the man in black coldly and said silently, "Remember to keep your eyes open in the next life. Even if I am deposed, I am not someone you ants can mess with. Die." Then he rushed forward with a vigorous stride. The majestic spiritual energy burst out. Zongheng's fist struck at the 5 men in black. Damn it! Fight! Seeing that there was no way to hide, the 5 men in black shouted angrily and rushed towards him with gritted teeth. Boom! There was a loud bombardment, and the majestic spiritual energy collided together. Puff! The 5 men in black immediately started bleeding, flew backwards, and fell heavily to the ground. No match at all. It's over. It seems that they and others will definitely die today. It would be great if a strong man came to save them, but after all, this was just their fantasy before they died. The young man covered in blood only took a step back. Just as he was about to continue to step forward to hit the target, his momentum declined at a speed visible to the naked eye. Yeah. Not good. The last trump card is used up. Suddenly, he was shocked. Ahem. A sharp pain hit his body, he spurted out a mouthful of blood, and immediately fell to the ground with a weak breath. The 5 men in black who were lying not far away looked happy when they saw this, and helped each other to stand up. Oh my God. He finally died. I really cried to death. TSK, TSK, TSK. The extremely talented young master Shi Hao. Keep going crazy. This is called the change of fortune. Ha ha ha. I don't know what it feels like to kill a genius. Today you are lucky enough to be the first genius to die under my, old Lin's ghost sword. A man in black stood up and finished speaking, and then he pretended to lick the blade of the knife with his tongue. Wait a minute, there is something I forgot to tell you, my young master Shi Hao. After receiving your supreme holy body, the young master has already gone to the transcendent holy land in Zhongzhou. It is said that he was fully cultivated by the Holy Land and was named the Holy Sun. If nothing else, he will be the next Holy Master. Ha ha ha, how about it, Master Shi Hao, you can die in peace. This old ghost Lin kills people and wants to kill people, ha ha ha, that the 5 men in black laughed loudly. Everyone is smiling happily. If you have any happy things, please tell me. At this moment, a figure fell from the sky. It was Feng Qingyang who came over. He was dressed in white, and his black hair was blowing in the wind. Just now he thought he had made a mistake, but it turned out to be waiting for him behind. Nothing has changed. Old Ghost Lin, take action quickly. Now I know how to take action, but it's too late. Villains usually die from talking too much. The man in black, Old Ghost Lin, hurriedly raised his knife, bang. Feng Qingyang slapped Old Ghost Lin away with a casual palm, saving Shi Hao who was waiting to be killed. Then he turned to look at the young man in black on the ground and said calmly, "Young man, I see that you have an extraordinary physique and are destined to join our sect. If you are willing to join my sect, I will keep you safe and sound." Shi Hao, who was covered in blood, looked up after hearing this. He saw a young man in white standing beside him with his hands behind his back, exuding a mysterious aura. The hope of life popped out of his desperate eyes. "Senior, I am willing to join your sect, but I am a useless person now. It doesn't matter. This sect says you are a genius and you are. Even if you are a waste, I, Qingyun, can train you to be a genius." Old Ghost Lin, who was shot away on the other side, also stood up and became horrified. The peak of Dongshu realm, that among the 5 of them, only 3 are at the early stage of Dongshu realm, and the other 2 are at the peak level of nascent soul. Damn it. Why didn't you come out when we were being hunted just now? Now it pops out. The pinnacle is empty. The idea is so tricky, but when you come out to hang out, you need to talk about the background. We are members of the Shi family in Huangzhou. This is our family matter. If you want to protect this kid, can you withstand the anger of my Shi family? The leader of the men in black said fiercely, with the threat in his words clearly evident. The peak hole is still not enough. There are so many experts in our Qingyun sect. Not to mention your little Shi family, even people from the Holy Land have to bow their heads in front of our Qingyun sect. Who are you, the Shi family, to say the least? Feng Qingyang said seriously, paired with his spotless white clothes and his disdain for the Holy Land. He really has the aura of a peerless strong man, but he didn't completely lie. Although there are only 2 people connected to him in the entire Qingyun sect, are there any ancestors of the great emperor realm? Which Holy Land wouldn't be confused after seeing him? Shi Hao was overjoyed. Just now he was worried about whether he would implicate this senior sect, but now it seems that he has finally come to the end of his hardships. The sect I'm about to join doesn't even take the Holy Land seriously. Hee. My good brother, even if you become the Son of God, you must wait for me. Chapter 3 Rebuilding Qingyun, a first-level sect. Boasting. Boy, you're not old, but you're so arrogant. You don't even take the Holy Land seriously. Although their Shi family is the top force in Huangzhou, before the young master Shi Tian joined the transcendent Holy Land in Zhongzhou, the Holy Land is the mountain above their heads, a giant that is out of reach. Of course, ordinary Holy Lands are also very powerful for them now, but to get involved, you have to have a background, and their Shi family has a background now. Yes, I'm not old, but my cultivation is higher than yours. You're really practicing like a dog. Feng Qingyang said disdainfully, have you ever known the feeling of flying directly to the void realm in one breath? The man in black. Qingyun Sect, Qingyun Sect. Brother, I seem to have heard of this sect. It seems to be an imperial sect in the Middle Ages, but it fell into disgrace after experiencing several great disasters, and all the people fled, gradually becoming a second-rate force. But I didn't expect that their sect leader is still in the void realm. Could it be that they still have a lot of heritage? Section 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. One of the men in black said, looking up and down at Feng Qingyang with greedy eyes. Emperor-level sect. It scared me to death. Ha ha ha, I thought I had kicked an iron plate. You kid is using the remaining power of an imperial power from the Middle Ages to scare me, the top power of the contemporary era? Are you smiling happily? You won't be able to laugh anymore later. Feng Qingyang's calm words made several men in black freeze on the spot. What are you doing? Don't come here. Only then did they realize that, regardless of what happened to the Qingyun Sect, this kid was at the top of the Hollow Realm. An existence that would crush them in minutes. This kid doesn't understand the rules of the world. He has already announced his family status and yet he dares to take action. Feng Qingyang came to their side in an instant, turned his palm into a fist, and unleashed spiritual energy, push it across with one palm. With just a few moves, he crushed several men in black to death. He didn't even have time to scream. Phew, call it a day. Feng Qingyang calmly clapped his hands. Crushing them was like crushing a few ants, and there was no emotion in his heart. This is the crushing of the realm. Without any skills, the rich spiritual energy in the body can kill you. Let's go, I will take you to Qingyun. Feng Qingyang turned around and said. Shi Hao thanks the sect master for saving his life. He braced himself, stood up, bent down and said respectfully. Well, it doesn't matter, you will be my top disciple from now on. Happiness came so suddenly. Shi Hao was a little confused. He originally thought that with his current body, he could become an outer disciple, but he didn't expect to be directly promoted to a direct disciple. Shi Hao pays homage to master. He immediately reacted and said respectfully. Yeah, but you don't have many privileges. You need to experience and improve like other disciples, so just be a senior brother in the outer sect first. Let's go back to the sect. I just don't know how injured the deceased is. Feng Qingyang looked back before leaving, looking at the men in black who turned to ashes in front of him. Shi Hao was speechless. Master, can I say that they are all right before the grave? Ding, congratulations to the host for recruiting the first genius disciple, the mission reward has been distributed. Congratulations to the host for getting a bronze summoning card. Can summon the golden elixir realm to the divine realm. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Zhutian Dao bell. The ancient human king suppresses luck and has the effect of testing talents. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the divine body of the heavens. Not explaining the first divine body of the heavens. There is no invincible physique, only invincible people. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the supreme reincarnation method. Tailored for the supreme holy body. Bronze summoning card. The MMP system no longer gives out money. The Zhutian Dao bell. The divine body of the gods. What a good thing. As for the supreme reincarnation method behind it, it is just for Shi Hao to practice. Feng Qingyang walked while checking the rewards in his mind. On the Qingyun Mountains, the Qingyun Sect. Master, we are in the wrong place. Shi Hao asked quietly. What you can see is a mess, with ruins everywhere. There is a solitary stone outside the mountain gate with the Qingyun Sect carved on it. My disciple is young, isn't he? You can't just look at the surface as a human being. The same is true for some things. Feng Qingyang said confidently, with a calm expression, privately contacted the system hurriedly. System, use the first-level construction card quickly. That I almost forgot, I was busy recruiting disciples just now, and the sect construction card is not used yet. Ding, the sect's first-level construction card has been used successfully and is being realized. The system prompt sounds. In an instant, purple energy came from the east, spiritual energy spurted out, and palaces sprung up like bamboo shoots after a rain. The alchemy hall, the cultivation hall, the kung fu hall, the sect hall, all appeared one after another, in an orderly manner, like a fairyland on earth. What's even more outrageous is that a 100-mile-long ladder extends from the bottom of the mountain to the sect. The scenery on the ladder is ever-changing and mysterious. Secretly, Ancestor Qingyun was also alarmed. Even his emperor was shocked by the scene that happened in Qingyun Sect. The sect master really has heaven-shaking power. Shi Hao was also shocked by this scene and opened his mouth wide. Is this coming to fairyland? In comparison, the Shi family, the top family he was in before, was like a slum. Is this the foundation that big forces have? Feng Qingyang was prepared and was not too surprised, but he didn't expect that the first-level sect would criticize the second-level sect like this. What about level 3? I'm really looking forward to it. In front of the majestic sect hall. Disciple, all the strong men in the sect have gone into seclusion and traveled. In the future, you must practice hard and strive to become the outer disciples who can surpass our Qingyun. All the disciples in the sect have been sent out for training by this sect, and they will return to Kaishan soon. As for the things you can't practice, I will solve them in a minute. Feng Qingyang said in a serious voice. Thank you, Master. Shi Hao was overjoyed at first. Sure enough, the mysterious master had a way for him to practice again, then he was shocked, surpassing the outer disciples. From this point of view, all the outer disciples of the sect are not simple. Ding, the sect's main hall is a powerful facade of the sect. Please host, please name the main hall. At this time, the system prompt sounds. Zongmen Hall. Let's call it Qingyun Hall. In the name of Qingyun, help my Qingyun sect to reach the 9 heavens. As soon as he finished speaking, the plaque above the main hall appeared with 3 vigorous and powerful characters, Qingyun Palace, with dragons and phoenixes dancing in the air. In the magnificent Qingyun Hall, Feng Qingyang sat in the main seat. Disciple, you are the supreme saint body, right? Yes, Master, but my uncle plotted against me and deprived me of my supreme saint body, and my cultivation was also abolished. Later, I escaped with the help of my trump card and some clansmen. Then I found that there were a few men in black following me, so I turned around and chased them here. Shi Hao gritted his teeth and said, before his cultivation was abolished, he was already in the late stage of the nascent soul, and he was only 1 step away from reaching the peak of the nascent soul. How difficult is this? I have a technique to pass on to you. Release your consciousness. Shi Hao did as he was told. A purple light flew out of Feng Qingyang's hand and entered Shi Hao's mind. Supreme Reincarnation Method, Shi Hao exclaimed after a rough review. Then he carefully examined the technique. Specially made for the Supreme Saint body, no matter how serious the injury is, after the first level is completed, the meridians can be reshaped and the Supreme body can be restored. Thank you, Master. Today is the day for me, Shi Hao, to be reborn from the ashes. I also understand your situation. Do you need me to help? Section 5. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Feng Qingyang thought for a moment and said, Transcendent Holy Land. It's just a slap from the old ancestor. No, Master has saved my life and taught me this god-level technique. I can't ask for too much. I want to rely on my own efforts and then take revenge with my own hands. How about the Son of God? How about the Lord of God? He has practiced the supreme technique for 3 years and dares to pull down the great sage. Chapter 4 Guarding the King's Sword, the realm soars. Not bad, the invincible heart is formed. Okay, you go down to practice first, and you can choose any palace outside to live in. After Shi Hao left, Feng Qingyang entered the system interface again. System, use the summoning card. The sect is too deserted now, it's better to have more people. Ding, the bronze summoning card was used successfully, and is being drawn. Ding, congratulations to the host for drawing the sect guard of the God Transformation Realm. It is being carved. Ding, carving is successful. It has materialized. God Transformation Realm, not bad. A bronze card has also been drawn to the highest realm. In the Qingyun Sect, Shi Hao, who was walking and familiarizing himself with the exercises, felt a strong momentum and frowned. Don't panic, you are also a disciple of the Qingyun Sect. A man in a black robe came towards him. Yes, I wonder who you are. Shi Hao asked doubtfully, looking at the man who appeared silently in front of him. I am a sect guard, and I am about to pay my respects to the sect master, so I won't bother you. After the man finished speaking, he walked towards the main hall. Sect guard. He had felt this kind of momentum on the head of their Shi family. Shi Hao was shocked and murmured, the peak of the God Transformation Realm. A guard is actually comparable to the head of a top-level force. On the other side, Qingyun Sect's main hall. Wang Jian pays respects to the sect master. Wang Jian, dressed in a black robe, stood below in the main hall and looked up respectfully. Wang Jian, realm, peak of the transformation realm, identity, sect guard, skills, heaven-level skills, heavenly sword technique. Peak of the transformation realm, Feng Qingyang checked Wang Jian's information through the system. System, are all the characters summoned by the summoning cards at the peak of that realm? Yes, host, the system's products must be top-notch. That's great, so the Ancestor is at the peak of the Great Emperor realm, and he is simply unstoppable. Li Qingyun in the sky suddenly sneezed, the sound was like thunder. Strange, who is always talking about me? Well, you go down first and protect the sect. After Wang Jian left, Feng Qingyang called the system again. First use up all the rewards for accepting disciples, and it is urgent to strengthen your own strength. System, materialize the 9 Cauldrons Avenue bell. Oh, yes, there is also the fusion of the divine body. The transformation is imminent. How can the cultivation level of the future leader of the first divine sect in the universe be low? The remaining 2 rewards are so tempting: 9 Cauldrons Avenue bell, the treasure of the ancient king to suppress the luck, and it has the effect of testing talent. When the 9 cauldrons are combined, it has a huge power, and it is unpredictable. Divine body of the universe, no explanation of the first divine body of the universe, no brain-blowing. 9 Cauldrons Avenue bell is materializing successfully. Divine body is fusion. In the void of Qingyun Sect, the wind and clouds surged in an instant, the extremely rich spiritual energy swept the world in an instant, the purple air came from the east for 30,000 miles, and the immortal sound filled the blue sky. The saint rode a cow from the east, and the images of the immortals and Buddhas in the universe appeared. A 9 Cauldrons bell exuding the charm of Tao appeared out of thin air, and then fell on the back mountain of Qingyun Sect. The moment the 9 cauldrons landed, the spiritual energy of the entire Qingyun Sect was instantly drained. Then the 9 cauldrons began to inhale and exhale the rhyme of Taoism, and from time to time, immortal sounds rang out from the inside of the bell. After the strange phenomenon of heaven and earth dissipated, the purple-gold tribulation thunder followed. Oh my God! Look, the world-destroying tribulation thunder. Is there a peerless evildoer appearing? It's still in the east. The strange phenomenon of heaven and earth just now is outrageous enough. I didn't expect that I could still see the world-destroying tribulation thunder recorded by the ancient great powers in this life, that a powerful person immediately used his divine thoughts to detect it. Huh? Where did this little bug dare to spy on my Qingyun Sect? After sensing the spying divine thoughts, the great emperor-level Ancestor Li Qingyun groaned. His powerful emperor-level divine thoughts instantly shuttled through billions of miles and cut off the divine thoughts of the other party and others. Boom. In the end, all the divine thoughts of those powerful people who spied on them were cut off, the cultivation level regressed, the lifespan was halved, and only warned the tribe that there was a great terror in the east. Unspeakable. Unpredictable. Don't talk nonsense. As soon as this happened, the whole central region exploded, and all forces withdrew their own spies to avoid getting into trouble. Such strange phenomena are all the work of the sect master. After destroying the other party's divine thoughts, Li Qingyun looked at the sky above the sect. He was as shocked as the world. The aura emitted from the tripod bell was frightening even for him, the emperor, not to mention the world-destroying thunder tribulation. Could it be a treasure from the fairy world? Feng Qingyang looked at the purple-gold tribulation thunder in the sky in surprise, frowning. Damn, it's a bit big. System. I just merged a divine body. Is it necessary to send such a big thunder? Host, do you want to see what you are talking about? Just? That's the first divine body in the heavens. While the system was speaking, the divine thunder in the sky was just brewing, with a boom. The thick and long tribulation thunder struck down fiercely. Feng Qingyang saw that there was nowhere to hide and could only bite the bullet and take it. Hide? How can I hide? Damn it! It's coming for me. that the thunderbolt struck Feng Qingyang accurately with the power of destroying the world after a few breaths. Huh? Why am I not hurt at all? Section 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Feng Qingyang looked around and around him, and was shocked to find that this powerful divine thunder left no trace at all. Congratulations to the host for the Meridian God's thunder-tempered body, the fusion of the gods' bodies was successful. Host, don't be too surprised. As the number one divine body in the world, it's not too much to absorb a divine thunder, right? Warm reminder, absorbing divine thunder also has the effect of improving one's realm. As expected, Feng Qingyang noticed that the peak realm of Dongshu that he had reached not long ago was loosening again. Tasting the sweetness, Feng Qingyang frantically provoked the divine thunder in the sky. The tribulation thunder struck for 2.5 hours before stopping, and then tremblingly disappeared between heaven and earth. The ancestor Li Qingyun's eyes widened after witnessing everything. The world-destroying divine thunder that frightened him had struck the sect master for 2.5 hours, but the sect master was unharmed. Sure enough, the sect master is 10,000 times better than me. Below, after absorbing the divine thunder, Feng Qingyang took a long breath and said, Then he opened his eyes, and his purple pupils were breathtaking. If you look closely, there are purple electric currents swirling inside. This should be the legendary lightning-like gaze. The peak of the divine transformation realm. Feng Qingyang was surprised when he noticed the majestic spiritual power in his body. Let's talk about hanging. That's not how it works. One big realm a day. It's like a heifer flying on a plane, so awesome. Before I merged with the divine body, I could only be regarded as a genius who cultivated quickly. But now, after merging with the divine body, he will become a peerless monster who fights across the realm. Feng Qingyang was thinking secretly, an awesome physique is not only reflected in cross-border fighting. Comprehension, talent, and the realm of improvement without barriers. Now the speed at which I absorb spiritual energy is 100 times faster than before. Awesome. System. Ding, as the future number one disciple of the divine sect in the heavens, what should I do? Publish a task, recruit a second genius disciple, and you will be rewarded if you complete it. Genius disciples will arrive at the Xianyue City Disciple Recruitment Conference in Lingzhou in 3 days. Please prepare early. Another genius disciple. The efficiency of the system is really high. Disciple Recruitment Meeting. Chapter 5 Disciple Recruitment Conference, Central Domain Women. The next day, the East Territory Tianji Pavilion branch released news. The Triennial Disciple Recruitment Conference will be held in Xianyue City, Lingzhou in 3 days. As soon as this news came out, Lingzhou suddenly became excited. After 10 years of hard training, no one asked about him, and he became famous all over the world. This is the opportunity they have been waiting for. Hey, did you hear that? This disciple recruitment meeting will be held in Xianyue City. Well, I have to try my luck this time. I heard that there are overlord-level forces and holy places to observe. If I can become an overlord-level force, why don't I just take off? As for the Holy Land, he didn't even dare to think about it. Those who could enter the Holy Land were the rare ones among the people, and he was self-aware. Overlord-level forces and holy lands. I'll go, brother. Is the news accurate? Of course it's accurate. My cousin's neighbor's son's eldest nephew is begging for food in Xianyue City. He told me this personally. Then what are you waiting for? Let's go. Without further ado. This scene was played out in all corners of the eastern region. After all, there are only 5 holy places in the huge eastern region. This time I want to observe the Disciple Recruitment Conference. If I am lucky enough to be chosen by the Holy Land, I will really reach the sky in one step. To say the least, being favored by an overlord-level force is a huge blessing. Apart from the 5 holy lands, I can walk sideways in the eastern region. Countless prodigies came to Xianyue City. The crowds were loud and the undercurrent was surging. At the same time, in Xianyue City, 2 beautiful figures walked on the bustling streets, attracting the attention of many serious monks. Senior sister, this Xianyue City is quite prosperous. It's not in vain that I cried and begged master all day, and I can finally come out to play. Lang Bingning looked at the weird little junior sister and couldn't laugh or cry. This Xianyue city is considered one of the best cities in the eastern region. It is naturally prosperous. But compared to those big cities in other regions, it's very limited. Little junior sister, don't think about playing all the time. You need to practice hard, you know. The people in the eastern region may not be less talented than us. As long as they can keep up with the training resources in the central region, they will be outstanding. Lang Bingning gave her heartfelt persuasion. In Yuqing Palace, her image has always been that of an iceberg beauty, and she would only reveal her true feelings in front of her junior sister. I understand, senior sister, why does your tone sound so similar to master's? The junior sister stuck out her tongue and said coquettishly. Other side, within the Qingyun Sect, Shi Hao, who had just come out of the training room, felt refreshed. The first level of the supreme reincarnation method was successfully practiced. My supreme body is back, and my meridians have been successfully reshaped. It is indeed a God-level skill. The deeper you practice, the more powerful you can feel the power of this method. After moving his hands and feet, Shi Hao was surprised to find that his realm had reached the middle stage of the foundation establishment realm. It could be said that he had made great progress with each passing day. May I ask who else is practicing at such a speed? If these words reached Feng Qingyang's ears, he would definitely say, disciple, there are people outside the world, and there is a sky outside the sky. You have gone from zero cultivation to the realm of divine transformation in less than half a day as a teacher. How can you compare with me? Hey, why is the spiritual energy of the sect so strong? Shi Hao noticed something unusual at this time and murmured. Shi Hao, who was cultivating hard, had no idea what was going on. He had been cultivating in the cultivation room just now, and did not see the strange phenomenon and the terrifying thunder. He only knew that the spiritual energy of the sect was at least 10 times richer than when he first joined the sect. This is terrifying. You should know that the spiritual energy was very rich when he first joined the sect, and now it has increased tenfold. Let's just say that even a pig can cultivate to become a saint. It's so terrifying. It must be the work of the master. Then Shi Hao did not think about it anymore, and took advantage of the rich spiritual energy to turn back and enter the cultivation room to continue cultivating. He was a real cultivation maniac. In the blink of an eye, it was 3 days later, Xianyue City. At this time, Xianyue City was already occupied by large and small forces. Section 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Of course, the good places are definitely for the big forces. As for the small forces, they can only stay on the streets. Those genius disciples who came to participate in the disciple recruiting conference have been arranged outside the city. This day, Feng Qingyang and the other two came to the gate of Xianyue City. In addition to the two of them, there was also the sect guard Wang Jian following them. Master, do we also want to participate in the disciple recruiting conference? Of course, how about I bring you here to play? Shi Hao was confused by this. He was originally practicing crazily in the practice room, but was ruthlessly brought up by the master. After the words fell, Feng Qingyang took the lead and walked towards the city gate, but as soon as he approached, he was stopped by the guards guarding the city gate. The leading guard waved his hand and said, "Stop. Which sect are you from? Do you have an invitation?" Feng Qingyang was stunned for a moment. Do you need an invitation to participate in the disciple recruiting conference? No one notified our sect? Nonsense, if you come to recruit disciples, of course you need an invitation from the Tianji Pavilion. If you come to attend the disciple recruitment conference, you don't need an invitation, just wait outside the city. This disciple recruitment conference is supported by the Holy Land. Of course, not all the sects can participate. Only second-rate forces or above can participate. The city gate guards saw that their tallest person was only in the late Jindan realm, and thought that it was another sect from a corner who came to fish in troubled waters. He could only see through Shi Hao's cultivation of these 3 people. The other 2 had no fluctuations in cultivation. These unknown people were probably not strong. Feng Qingyang just smiled slightly at this. Oh, so that's it. You make it very difficult for our sect to do this. Only second-rate forces or above can participate. Then what kind of force is Qingyun Emperor sect, where the peak emperor sits, considered as my force? You, As soon as Feng Qingyang finished speaking, the leading guard wanted to speak. Wang Jian, who was standing aside, immediately stood up and said, "Where did the Tianji pavilion come from? I've never heard of it. It's not even worthy of carrying shoes for my Qingyun Sect. Does my Qingyun Sect need his invitation?" At the same time, his cultivation at the peak of the transformation realm burst out. Disdain from the transformation realm, boom. The majestic pressure of the transformation realm suppressed it. The city gate guards were immediately frightened and trembled with fear by this powerful pressure. He thought, "It's bad, I've hit a wall. But the Qingyun Sect? I've never heard of it. It can't be some hidden sect." Thinking of this, he hurriedly bowed respectfully. I dare not, please come in." After the episode, the disciple recruiting conference was about to begin. Outside Xianyue City, one after another huge arena rose from the ground, covering an area of thousands of miles. There were also pavilions and towers all around, which were for viewing. A huge formation enveloped this place, with abundant spiritual energy and a strong formation that could support the battle of the transformation realm masters. Everyone, today's disciple recruitment meeting officially begins. The first round of the selection is a talent test. Those under 25 years old and above Jindan can participate in the selection test. There are countless black stone pillars on the periphery. The higher the talent, the more light it will light up. The minimum talent cannot be less than 3 stars, otherwise you will not pass. Those who pass the talent test can enter the second round of state of mind and actual combat selection, and will be ranked according to the overall outstanding performance of the 3 games. The first place can enter the Holy Land, the top 5 can enter the Overlord level forces, and the rest can be freely selected by the remaining sections. This is the rule set after the Tianji Pavilion and many major forces discussed. As for the eliminated people, which sect can take them if they want, they don't look down on them. Now those whose names are read come forward for the test. Zhao Bing, 23 years old, Jindan mid-stage talent 3 stars passed. Next. Passerby A, 25, Jindan mid-stage talent 2 stars failed. Next. Thousands of black stone pillars began testing at the same time, in a corner of the competition. The competition has started, senior sister. Yeah. I've been so bored these past few days. The last time I sneaked out, I was discovered by my master and was confined for 3 whole months. Senior sister, do you think there are many geniuses in the East region? Lang Bingming was a little absent-minded. When she was suddenly asked, she hurriedly said, "Don't underestimate the world. There are people beyond people, and there are heavens beyond heaven." Oh. Lang Bingming was absent-minded because she always felt that there was a sharp gaze looking at her, and she felt that she was seen through. Sure enough, when she looked at a pavilion, a picturesque boy was smiling at her. The boy was handsome like a demon, with sword eyebrows and star eyes. The deep pupils flashed with a demonic purple light, like an immortal. I can't imagine it. You can look in the mirror by yourself. Lang Bingming hurriedly dodged his gaze, and the boy also looked away. The feeling of being seen through also disappeared, as if it was an illusion. She concluded that the boy was very extraordinary, and the East region was indeed full of crouching tigers and hidden dragons. She shook her head and didn't think about it anymore. Interesting, everyone from the central region is here. Feng Qingyang checked the system panel. Lang Bingming, senior sister of the central region, Yuqing Palace, cultivation, early stage of the spiritual transformation realm. Just at this time, ding, the second destiny child has been detected, please recruit him in time. Here he comes. The system checks the destiny child panel. Lin Bai, the eldest son of the Lin family of the great Zhou dynasty, constitution, green lotus sword body, not activated. Chapter 6 Useless Lin Bai, arrogant Wang Tian. The disciple recruitment meeting was in full swing. The eliminated people were dejected one by one, some even shouted directly to the sky. It hurts. It hurts so much. I am the future emperor, but I failed in this small disciple recruiting conference. I can't accept it. This guy is crazy. That's right. He is 25 years old, but he is only in the middle stage of qi refining. You still say that you are the strongest qi refining stage. future emperor, I'll fuck you. After the man finished speaking, he followed his companions and kicked him. This kid is too pretentious. I, the Versailles king, couldn't stand it. On the other side. Brother Lin Bai, don't be sad. If you don't want me here, I will find another place to stay. I believe that your brother Lin Bai will soar into the sky one day. Alas, is it still not possible, that the speaker is a dejected young man in white clothes, with a knife-like face, sword eyebrows and starry eyes. He has the face of a novel hero, but not the fate of a hero. His name is Lin Bai, the eldest son of the Lin family of the great Zhou dynasty, and the nominal future head of the Lin family. It can be said that this identity is born prominent. Lin Bai had reached the initial stage of qi refining at the age of 8 and was famous throughout the city. Section 8. You are listening at novelfull.audio. But things did not go as planned. This early stage of qi refining had been with him for 10 years, and eventually became a joke. In the past 10 years, his cultivation had not improved at all, and he had been stuck in the early stage of qi refining. This time, he had some feelings and wanted to try his luck to see if he could find a way to practice. Well, thank you Qingyun, it's good to have you with me. The young woman who had been talking next to him was his fiancée Nian Qing. When they were 8 years old, they had been engaged. Brother Lin Bai, I passed the first test, and the second one will be conducted soon. Then I will go to prepare first. Nian Qing said hurriedly and walked away. Well, be careful, Qingyun. Looking at Nian Qing's departing back, Lin Bai slowly put away the trace of envy in his eyes. Why? Why is this? That he also saw the scene where the man shouted to the sky just now, until the scene where he was kicked over by someone at the end. It deeply hurt his heart. It really couldn't be held back. The man was in the middle stage of qi refining in the 25th year, but what about himself? I haven't broken through the initial stage in 10 years. If I can't find a way to break through, I will still be in the initial stage at the age of 25. I am even worse than that person. Lin Bai was worried and thinking, while walking aimlessly and sighing. He came here to try his luck and accompany Nian Qing this time. It was expected that Nian Qing passed the first level test. Nian Qing was their city-famous genius girl. She reached the initial stage of qi refining at the age of 10, and now she has reached the golden core realm at the age of 18. The two were originally a perfect match, but he gradually became a joke. At the age of 18, you should be able to stand out with your golden core initial stage. Just as he lowered his head and thought hard, a voice came. What troubles do you have, young man? Our sect likes to help others the most. Why don't you talk to us? Lin Bai paused and stopped when he heard the words. He looked at the three people in front of him. The three people in front of him, the black-robed young man who claimed to be our sect, had black hair like a waterfall, especially the purple eyes were even more magical. The young man next to him was full of aura, and his 8-foot height was even more oppressive. There was also a middle-aged man who was also hard to see through. Who are you? Lin Bai asked doubtfully. Could this kid have heard of my name, Linda Waste, and came here to mock me? This sect, the leader of Qingyun Sect. My Qingyun and you are destined to be together, and this sect sees that you are gifted. This sect will give you a chance to rise to the top and join my Qingyun Sect. A sentence that shocked Lin Bai came out of Feng Qingyang's mouth. He burst into tears immediately. 10 years. 10 years. I've been waiting for an opportunity for 10 years. Waiting for a mentor. But Qingyun Sect? I haven't heard of it. It doesn't matter if it's a sect. After all, no sect has ever invited him in 10 years. Me? Did you find the wrong person? Lin Bai asked cautiously just in case. It would be embarrassing if he found the wrong person. What puzzled him even more was that his reputation as a useless Lin had spread throughout Lingzhou, and someone even came to him on purpose. Why, are you questioning our sect? Feng Qingyang raised his eyebrows and said, after confirming that everything was correct. Lin Bai quickly bowed. No, I dare not. I want to join Qingyun Sect. Very good, you will be grateful for the decision you made today. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully recruiting the second genius disciple, mission completed. Task rewards are being distributed. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a silver summoning card. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 10,000 Swords Tomb, which has materialized the back mountain of Qingyun Sect. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Qingyun Sword Technique. As usual, the purpose was noted at the back. Silver summoning card. Can summon the God Transformation Realm to the Saint Manifestation Realm. 10,000 Swords Tomb. Buried the 10,000 Swords of the Heavens, those who have the destiny to obtain. Qingyun Sword Technique. The mortal technique, tailor-made for the Qingyun sword body. With the sound of the reward arriving, Feng Qingyang also opened Lin Bai's panel. Lin Bai, initial stage of Qi refining. Physique, green lotus sword body, unactivated. Identity, the eldest son of the Lin family of the Great Zhou dynasty. No wonder this kid is in the initial stage of Qi refining. It seems that his unactivated physique absorbed his spiritual energy. He cannot advance without the right technique. There is no need to stay at this disciple recruitment meeting. When Qingyun Sect dominates the eastern region in a while, there will be countless geniuses who come here to beg him to join the sect. Let's go back to the sect. Hey, sect master, Lin Bai was about to speak. He wanted to wait for Nian Qing to tell him the good news that he joined the sect. A few people came over and interrupted him. Hey! Isn't this the eldest young master of the Lin family? Why doesn't the eldest young master Lin go to the second round of tests? No way, there can't be a pig that can't even pass the first round. Young master, why do you insult pigs when you are talking? I'm dying of laughter, this kid is not even as good as a pig. The people who didn't pass the first round of tests dared to be angry but dared not speak. It's because the person who came is the young master of the Wang family, the top family of the Great Zhou dynasty, Wang Tian. Chapter 7 Strong Killing, Exchange Conference. Wang Tian. Lin Bai gritted his teeth when he saw the person coming. This guy is really haunting. It's me. This young master is here to visit you, a loser. Wang Tian is Lin Bai's mortal enemy. Their families are both top forces in the Great Zhou, and they have been fighting openly and secretly. One day when Lin Bai was shopping with Nian Qing, Wang Tian was attracted by Nian Qing's beauty, so he often humiliated Lin Bai, wanting to make him look bad. Hey, the three people next to you are Mr. Lin's friends. Nice to meet you. Wang Tian's cultivation is relatively low, so he can't see the realm of Feng Qingyang and the other two, but those who can be with the big loser Lin must be ordinary people. It's true, birds of a feather flock together. Sure enough, those who can play with Master Lin are all losers. Wang Tian pointed at Feng Qingyang and others with an arrogant look. Wang Tian, shut up. Seeing Wang Tian insulting his sect master, Lin Bai hurriedly stood up. Master, I just heard that they seem to be from the Qingyun Sect. Section 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Bai also joined the Qingyun Sect. Oh. Qingyun Sect. Which sect is Qingyun Sect? Wang Tian was still wondering why any sect wanted Lin Bai, a loser. The young master doesn't know. I heard someone say it by chance before. It is said that the Qingyun Sect is a low-ranking force. I heard that all the people have fled. It's true. It's only natural for a useless sect to take in useless people. Noisy. Wang Jian, the guard behind Feng Qingyang, slapped him casually. There was no need to use spiritual energy. The physical strength alone instantly turned Wang Tian, who was still laughing, into a blood mist. As for Feng Qingyang and the others, they looked at this group of people like monkeys from beginning to end. Without the monkeys howling, my ears are finally clear. Feng Qingyang also scratched his ears symbolically. These clowns really went to hell to ride a rocket because they thought they would die too slowly. It's not good to mess with anyone, you have to mess with him. Holy shit, it's so powerful. Lin Bai exclaimed. Wang Jian, the most inconspicuous guard among the three, directly shocked Lin Bai with his powerful cultivation fluctuation when he took action. Is this the power of a strong man? Take life and death, and kill any unpleasantness with one sword. I, Lin Bai, swear that I must become such a strong man. Lin Bai said firmly in his heart. You. Wang Tian's bastard hasn't reacted yet, he only noticed a strong fluctuation in his cultivation and his vision went dark before he was blown away. Then he saw his young master turned into blood mist and evaporated. You killed the young master. You wait, bear the wrath of my Wang family. Wang Tian's bastard was so frightened that he couldn't speak clearly, but he still had the courage to say harsh words. There is no need for the Wang family to exist. Let's go. Feng Qingyang just said a word lightly, then turned and left. Whenever you're in a good mood, go to Wang's house. In the next life, remember this and keep your eyes open. Guard Wang Jian said indifferently, and then turned around and left together with a thought. Wang Tian's bastards in front were all crushed into blood mist in a single thought. The commotion on this side also attracted many people, especially those who failed the first round of tests and those who dared to be angry but dare not speak out after hearing Wang Tian's words. All clapped their hands and applauded. It's so heartwarming. Awesome, this brother is so fierce. Yes, the young master of the top family will kill whenever he wants. He also said that there is no need for the Wang family to exist. But it looks so damn exciting. This Wang Tianjin is so arrogant and domineering. Now he has offended people who shouldn't be offended. If I couldn't beat him, I would have to beat him 3 times a day for 8 hours at a time. Just when Feng Qingyang and others were about to leave, a figure stopped them. Wait a minute, isn't it right for you to leave like this? Again. Are you done yet? What do you do? I, the Qingyun Sect, still need your advice on how to handle things. Let me introduce myself. I am the elder of Tianji Pavilion and the person in charge of this disciple recruitment conference. Are you here to stand up for that boy? No, Your Excellency has misunderstood. That kind of small force is not worthy of my help from Tianji Pavilion. I just want to invite your sect to participate in the exchange conference that will be held later. He was also a little confused as to why the Qingyun Sect, which had been reduced to a low-level force, still had a mysterious and powerful person. Could it be that the descendants of the Qingyun Sect had received the inheritance from the great emperor? A skinny camel is bigger than a horse. Just thinking about the 4 words inheritance of the great emperor is very attractive. Looking at the old man with white hair and childish face in front of him, Feng Qingyang hesitated. Ding, as the future #1 in the world, Shenzong, how can you do without a reputation? The release of unlimited time tasks is famous in the eastern region. The tasks are not limited to time. Depending on the degree of completion of the task, you will receive corresponding rewards. Famous in the eastern territory? Well, the first step for our Qingyun Sect to enter the world starts from this exchange meeting. It's boring anyway, let's play with you. Then Feng Qingyang and the other 4 were invited to wait in the central pavilion. On the way there, Feng Qingyang also introduced Wang Jian and Shi Hao to Lin Bai, his newly accepted disciple. Lin Bai, this is your senior brother Shi Hao. This is our Qingyun Sect's guard Wang Jian. Upon hearing this, Lin Bai greeted them all humbly. I've met senior brother, I've met senior Wang Jian. He didn't expect that senior Wang, who was so powerful in his eyes, was just a guard in the sect, and this senior brother seems to be not simple, he should be even more talented than Qing'er. I really hugged you this time. I wonder who dares to look down on me. Lin Bai laughed out loud with pleasure, then realized something was wrong and began to pretend to be serious again. This scene made Feng Qingyang and the others laugh. Junior brother, if you have any happy things, don't hide them. Tell senior brother. Shi Hao also started to tease this newly arrived junior brother. He felt that this junior brother was very interesting. Lin Bai also let go of his restraint when he first joined the team. In fact, he has always been a humorous and optimistic person. It was only the troubles in his cultivation and the endless ridicule from others that forced him to put on a second face. I want to write a poem about this situation. The great Zhou Wastewood belongs to Lin Bai. The gathering of disciples will come here because of your reputation. Enter Qingyun Lingyunzi. Life is a happy one. Chapter 8 Elder Sui Kong, performing a martial arts battle. Junior brother, who are you looking for when you look around? After a while, in the attic, Lin Bai looked left and right, feeling surprised and disappointed. When Lin Bai heard his senior brother's question, he chuckled, "Senior brother, I'm looking for my fiancée. My fiancée passed the first round of testing and is now undergoing the second round." Shi Hao patted his junior brother on the shoulder and said with a smile, "Oh, I didn't expect that my junior brother is frustrated in his cultivation and happy in love. I'm so envious of my senior brother." Feng Qingyang on the side was not chatting with them, but was closing his eyes to rest. "The system uses the silver summoning card for me. Just in case, it's better to have a trump card." Although he doesn't need a trump card, there is an ancestor of the great emperor realm who can come to him with a thought, so he still needs a trump card, but this thing has to be used sooner or later, and no one thinks there are too many strong people. There is still one Qingyun sword skill left, so let's wait until he returns to the sect and pass it on to Lin Bai. Ding. The silver summoning card was used successfully. The summoning is in progress. Beep, the summoning was successful. Congratulations to the host for summoning a strong man at the peak of shattering sky, is being drawn. Is it just the peak shattering sky? It's barely enough. Feng Qingyang secretly thought, quite disappointed. You must know that the silver summoning card can be summoned to show the power of the holy realm, but he was content, and Goddess of Luck couldn't always be on his side. The first two golden and bronze summoning cards have summoned the highest realm within the limit. Metropolitan. Section 10. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A middle-aged man appeared quietly next to Feng Qingyang. There is no fluctuation in cultivation level, just like an ordinary person. If he hadn't taken the initiative to reveal his cultivation aura, who would have thought that the great master of the shattered sky realm, who was second only to the Holy Land and was also the overlord of the eastern region, would appear here and greet people respectfully. This person alone is enough to rival the overlord-level forces, Shi Hao and the other three. Also noticed Feng Qingyang. Is there someone from the sect again? I don't know which senior it is. Lin Bai still didn't know about the Qingyun Sect. Feng Qingyang told Shi Hao that the strong men of the Qingyun Sect were either sleeping or traveling around the world. Junior brother, this is a senior of our Qingyun Sect. Come over and take a look. Feng Qingyang saw that Shi Hao and his two men had just arrived, so he said, "You have just arrived. Let me introduce you to you. This is Yi Bai, the outer elder of our Qingyun Sect." It's actually an elder from the outer sect. Shi Hao and Lin Bai were shocked at the same time. As a guard, Senior Wang Jian was so strong. One can imagine the strength of the elder. He must be a strong man with more advanced cultivation. Shi Hao, Lin Bai, have met the elders, they both said in unison. Well, no need to be polite. Yi Bai nodded. Feng Qingyang was thoughtful at this time. There are more and more people in the sect, but Qingyun Sect doesn't have its own sect clothes yet. Don't underestimate the sect's clothing, thinking that it is as simple as a piece of clothing. Uniform clothing can enhance the disciples' sense of belonging and honor to the sect, and also play a big role in increasing the sect's popularity. Ding, as the future #1 divine sect in the heavens, how can we do without our own sect costumes? Wouldn't it make people laugh if we spread the word? Publish a mission and shine at this exchange meeting. Mission reward, sect exclusive clothing. No, someone brought me a pillow when I fell asleep. Feng Qingyang's eyes lit up. The system always appeared just right. Ahem. Okay, no more nonsense, it's time for us to perform. At the same time, the disciple recruitment meeting below has come to an end. The disciples of each sect have almost been selected. The one captured by the Holy Land was an 18-year-old boy in the early stage of nascent soul. The 18-year-old nascent soul realm can be said to attract a lot of attention. The rest was divided between the overlord-level forces and the remaining forces. Those who were selected can be described as high-spirited. I have entered the Yin-Yang sect, the top power I dreamed of. Congratulations, congratulations, Brother Bai has got what he wished for. Below the competition venue. Senior sister, the apprenticeship meeting is over, let's go. Hearing what the junior sister said, Lang Bingning stood aside and said casually, wait a little longer. I received news that there will be exchange conferences of various sects later. Let's take a look. Ah, senior sister, the most talented one among them is the 18-year-old who is in the early stage of yuanying. He probably can't beat me. I'm already in the middle stage of yuanying. Just watch, don't you listen to what senior sister says, on the martial arts competition stage. Everyone, this disciple recruitment meeting was a complete success. Then it's time for the exchange meeting between the sections. A group of sects were invited to the center of the conference. Of course, only top-tier powers could receive this treatment. Small sects can do whatever they like. Feng Qingyang and the other 5 people were also invited up. This was specially requested by the elder of Tianji Pavilion. Why can't I still see Qingyun? Shi Hao guessed what he was thinking and comforted him. Junior brother, my younger siblings must have been chosen by a big force and left before they could say goodbye. Yeah, I understand, senior brother. Everyone, now that we are all gathered together, the exchange conference has officially begun. You can all send your favorite disciples to compete. Of course, the age must be consistent, and you can't bully the younger ones. The eyes of all the sects lit up. This was a good place to show off. Such a huge disciple recruitment conference can be said to have attracted the attention of the eastern region to this place. Even though it's over now, it's still warm. If you make a little limelight, you can brag about it for a lifetime. Obviously all the disciples of the sect also understand this truth. In that case I'm not polite to you all. Qingyun Sect Xiaohua is here to give me advice. Who dares to fight? I, Jiang Kuei, the Black Mountain Sect, have come to ask for advice. After the two said this, they started fighting together. You were punching me and you were kicking me. They were inseparable. On the martial arts stage, there is a lot of spiritual energy. A quarter of an hour later, Jiang Kuei was knocked off the ring by a palm, and they fought fiercely for a moment, but Xiaohua of Qingyun Sect won in the end. The Holy Land did not participate in recruiting disciples, so they left early. If they won, it would be disgraceful. If they lost, it would be embarrassing and humiliating. Some overlord-level forces and top forces have sent their disciples to the stage. The battle was in full swing. Master, I also want to stretch my hands and feet. Shi Hao couldn't help it when he saw this scene. He hadn't had a good fight since he recovered from his injury. Well, are you in the nascent soul realm? Feng Qingyang looked at Shi Hao, who was ready to go. This kid was still at the peak of Jindan when he came to Xianyue City, and he broke through quietly. Yes, master, I achieved a breakthrough in just 2 steps. Wachao, senior brother is in the nascent soul realm. Lin Bai looked at his senior brother who was similar to himself in shock. He was so infuriating. A moment later, below, Shi Hao flew onto the martial arts stage and said loudly, Shi Hao, the outer sect of Qingyun Sect, is here to ask for advice. He was dressed in a black robe, and his 8-foot-tall stature revealed his imposing manner, with a strong fighting spirit on his knife-like face. Qingyun Sect. Haven't heard of this sect. That's not right. The sect that can come to participate in the exchange conference should not be an unknown small sect. I remember, it seems to be the sect that has fallen from the emperor to a second-rate force. The sects below the stage were whispering to each other. They were all well-known figures in the eastern region, and not just any unknown person could challenge them. Elder, this Qingyun sect is a second-rate small force. Why can it sit here and exchange with us? The elder of Tianji Pavilion came out to explain when he saw that the scene was a bit noisy. What's the problem? This Qingyun sect was specially invited by this old man. Anyone who is dissatisfied can come to me for advice. He wanted to test Qingyun sect at the sect conference to see if they had found the inheritance of the great emperor realm, so that he could get a share of the pie. Chapter 9. Everyone standing here is trash. Qingyun sect. Ling Bingning looked at the stage, and the person on the stage was the young man next to the mysterious man. Are they all from Qingyun sect? When everyone heard that it was the elders of Tianji Pavilion who invited them, they stopped talking. They wanted to see what this Qingyun sect who got in through the back door could do. Just then, Shi Hao. You are not dead. A person from the top family Shi family outside the field recognized Shi Hao and exclaimed.